Welcome. In front of me is a Samsung Galaxy XCover7 Pro, and today I'm going to show you a couple tweaks and tricks you can do on this device. So to get started, let's open up our settings, and we're going to start off with the modes and routines. Now this is actually a very nice options right here, but it does require you to have some kind of setup at the beginning. So I'm gonna explain this. I'm not really gonna go over the setup, as this is very kind of dependent on what you want to achieve with this, but what it allows you to do is have certain things happen based on certain criterias being met. So as an example, I can have it set to connect to my smart home and turn off my lights when I leave a specific location. So I can, for instance, select, here it's kind of missing some of the options, but you totally can do that. So as an example, for instance, if you're starting to drive, it might turn off the lights at home. It might also do it based on the location you're in. If you disconnect from a network at home, it can do something like that. Or for instance, when you disconnect from a network, you can have the device turn off Wi-Fi, which obviously then it kind of wouldn't be able to re-enable this based on this kind of criteria, but you can have it set to do something specific. When you disconnect from a network, maybe put your phone into do not disturb mode or something along those lines. Or when you connect to a network, specific one like the work one, it can put your phone into do not disturb mode, which is a pretty nice and versatile kind of section in general right here. Now, if we move to the next option, we can go into sound and vibration. And here we should have sound quality and effects. Hopefully it's here. Yep, and we have the adapt sound option. Let's enable this, and we can tap on the text itself. And this will be specifically used for people that use headphones or earbuds, one of those two. Speakers itself for the phone don't work with this kind of option right here. So this is specifically designed for some kind of peripheral. Now, as you can see, we have several options: under 30, 30 to 60, and over 60. And then you can also create your own. What this will refer to is a custom-made equalizer specifically for your hearing. Now, you develop some hearing loss over the years, that's why we have these kind of pre-made ones, but what I recommend doing is actually setting up your own, because depending on what kind of earbuds you might be using, maybe you have some cheap ones, they might struggle to reproduce some sounds while they will be good at reproducing some other frequencies, right? So they might lack in like low-end frequencies, high-end might be boosted or whatever, or the other way around. So when going through this kind of personalized equalizer, the phone will start playing very faint sounds, and you just have to select if you can hear it or not on whichever ear it's going to be playing in. And obviously, if you have earbuds that can reproduce some kind of sounds, you won't be able to hear them, and therefore the device will boost up these specific frequencies, hopefully making up the kind of lower quality of headphones or earbuds that might be just lacking in this specific kind of frequencies. So you might not be specifically tailoring this to your hearing loss, you might be tailoring this more to your earbuds or headphones, which again is a pretty nice option to utilize. And this will work basically every time you put on your headphones, earbuds, with everything that makes sounds. So there's no additional setting that you need to do. The moment this is checked on, you're good to go. Now, if we move over back to main settings and move to the display, here we have light and dark mode at the very top. You can choose whichever one you want. And also, if you tap on the dark mode settings, it allows you to select it so it turns on automatically based on the sunset to sunrise or on a custom timer. So you now have best of both worlds. During nighttime, dark mode; during daytime, light mode. Moving further down, we have motion smoothness. This is basically the refresh rate of the device. It is set to adaptive, which I personally like, but if for some reason, or maybe you just don't see the refresh rate, the higher one where everything just seems a bit smoother, you might benefit more from the standard option, which will get you better battery life. Now, moving further down, we have edge panel, which is this bar right here, and whip it out first. You can see we have some applications. You can edit this, add more applications, You can tap on the text again here, and you can also customize how it looks like. You can add panels, as there are multiple to choose from, and if you're logged into a Samsung account, you also will have a Galaxy store right here that you can navigate and purchase some other ones. And yes, I mean purchase. Now, if we go into customization, not this one, handle, there we go. You can change the position of this, so you can select it to be left, right, higher, lower, the transparency or a specific color. But what I personally like to do is select it to be right where the volume rockers are. There we go. And then make it completely transparent. So it won't appear the moment I go back. Oh, never mind, it's still visible. Let's try that again. Or do I need to do high? Ah, there we go, high transparency. So as you can see, it's now no longer visible, but because it's where the volume rockers are, I always know where to swipe out to get this going. Additionally, with this panel, what you can do is, for instance, open up applications in this kind of pop-up view. When you drag them to the middle and drop it, and you have now application in a pop-up view, which you can also minimize, move around, also do split screen. You can do split screen also by just also dragging it, and instead of dropping it in the middle, drop it top or bottom, depending on where you want it. So it gives you some options, and you can have 3 different applications open at the same time with this kind of thing. So 2 split screen and 1 on top of that as a pop-up window, and technically pop-up windows you can have multiple, but I don't think you can have multiple visible at the same time. Let's check it out. Oops. Try that again. Oh no, so I can have multiple. So you're actually not limited to only 3. You might actually be able to have even more. Now moving back, we have navigation bar. So you have gestures and buttons right here, and we have more options. Now I want to point out with, for instance, gestures, you don't have too many options right here. You only have sensitivity. If you want more options, which these devices did have them before, but Samsung decided to kind of just be a scummy pieces of shit and hid it behind their Galaxy store, so you're forced to sign into it, because God forbid you would be able to use the phone without actually needing their account. Now you need to download Good Lock, and in Good Lock, I'm gonna bring my phone as I do have it installed. You have Good Lock, and it loads. You have, for instance, navigation star, and if I click on this, it will take me to it, giving me way more options in here. So as you can see, my bar right here is a super tiny one. You can actually fully hide it if you want to make it completely transparent, but there is a bit of a problem, at least for me. I use a third-party launcher, and Samsung is, again, a scummy piece of shit that will try to kind of prevent me from trying to do this, and either that or they just haven't figured out how to fix this shit for half a decade now. So when using the invisible bar and using gesture navigations, most times when I try to go home like this, it fails to do so. So therefore I actually have it visible. I just changed the transparency to be a little bit lower and size to be as least intrusive as I possibly can, but I didn't hide it just because of that sole reason. I like my third-party launcher, and because of that I just cannot hide it, because then Samsung works like a piece of shit. So in terms of navigation, completely defeating the purpose of it. And this could be partially because Samsung decides to hide the bar by, instead of making it transparent, by shifting it below the screen. Go figure. Amazing logic. Now, anyway, moving on. You can also customize, if you already have the Good Lock, you can download another application in there, which, just to showcase this, back again, the Quick Start. This will be a customization of your notification section. So you can, for instance, have less notifications visible, hide certain toggles like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and so on. So it gives you just a bit more versatility again in terms of customization. And that's basically it. So yeah, anyway, If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.